In a small, forgotten town nestled between dense woods and a murky lake, there stood an old, abandoned house known as the Holloway Manor. The townsfolk spoke of it in hushed tones. They warned children to stay away, for it was said to be haunted by the spirits of its former inhabitants. One chilly autumn evening, a curious young woman named Clara decided to explore the manor. Armed with only a flashlight and her adventurous spirit, she ventured into the decaying structure. The air was thick with dust and the scent of mildew, and every creak of the floorboards echoed like a ghostly whisper. The town was a place of whispers and shadows. The trees seemed to watch you. The silence was broken only by the rustling leaves. Something felt wrong here. Wrong. High on a hill stood Holloway Manor. The house was dark and abandoned. Broken windows stared out like empty eyes. The wind howled through the cracks in the walls. The manor was once grand and beautiful. Now it was a rotting shell. The paint peeled off the walls like dead skin. Vines choked the porch railings. The air around it felt cold and still. No one dared to go near the manor. Legends spoke of a family that died within its walls. Their spirits, it was said, still haunted the house. Their cries echoed in the night. The townsfolk whispered about the manor. They warned outsiders to stay away. "It's cursed," they would say. "The Holloway family will take you too." Some people claimed to see lights in the windows at night. Others heard music coming from the empty house. A few swore they saw shadows moving behind the curtains. One thing was certain: no one who entered the manor ever came out the same. Some disappeared entirely, others returned, forever changed by their experience. They refused to speak of what they had seen. One night, a group of teenagers decided to explore the manor. They were young and foolish, unafraid of the town's warnings. They snuck up the hill, their laughter echoing in the stillness. As they approached the house, the air grew cold. The laughter died in their throats. One of the teenagers swore he saw a face in the window. It was gone as quickly as it appeared. They pushed open the creaking door and stepped inside. The house was dark and silent. Dust covered everything. The air was heavy and cold, thick with the smell of decay. What happened to the teenagers that night? No one knows for sure. Some say they saw the teenagers running from the house, screaming. Others believe they never left the manor at all. The mystery of Holloway Manor remains unsolved. The townsfolk continue to whisper about the haunted house on the hill. They warn outsiders to stay away, lest they too become victims of its curse. But the truth remains hidden within the crumbling walls of the manor. Perhaps one day, someone will be brave enough to uncover it. But until then, the legend of Holloway Manor lives on.